Alrighty. See here. We live on everything? Are we live? Yes, we are. Okay, great. Awesome. Super cool. All right, hello and welcome to everybody who's watching the VOD. My name is Ashley. I am a character, creature, concept artist slash character artist slash I like to make pretty pictures slash I'm just on this channel right now to do a bunch of sketching. So essentially we take a sphere on these 4-hour long streams and just kind of mash them around into a whole bunch of shapes and create some kind of a creature or character based on the forms and things that we come up with. So it's a lot of like chaos and we just kind of have fun with it. There is no prior plan. There's no, goal for this to essentially be in a game or film or even printing out. It's quite literally being treated like a sketchbook the same way that you would just doodle on a piece of paper. I'm doing that inside of ZBrush. So of course, any kind of a doodle that you make, you could always just, clean it up and make it presentable for some other workflow that you need or whatever pipeline you need it for. But that isn't the goal here. We're just having fun. So if you have any questions as we're going, for anybody who's watching live, feel free to ask. That's what the purpose of these streams are. Otherwise, yeah, I'm A-cubed on a whole bunch of things. My links are down here. If you feel like following me on anything, it's acube.art/links, and I will start sculpting. Just let me know if you have any questions as I go. It's gonna be random. Okay. Let's get her going. I'm gonna start with random masking, I guess. Just kind of pulling out a few things here. Hey, Reaper! That was good, dude. That is good. Hey, Pololis. How's it going? I'm liking some of this here. He's kind of alien-y. A little xenomorphy. Long time! Hey, Calvin, how's it going? How are you? Happy holidays. Do you guys all have plans for the holidays, whether you celebrate or not? I'm hoping everybody gets time off. Oh my gosh, these blues are really hard to read. It's blue on blue. Zenith, hi, how are you? kind of feeling xenomorphy in a way. Maybe not quite. In a way. Maybe I don't want to do that. Yeah, but on Restream, it's all blue on blue. It's kind of brutal. Because I've got chat from both YouTube and Twitch going. So Restream's got it. Trying to make me cross-eyed over here. Any dope plans with the snow? Well, okay, so The weather's kind of like insane over here. I know I'm talking about weather, but it's actually kind of like ridiculous right now. Because it was just like -15 for a whole week, -15 Celsius, and now it's +2. So everything's just melting. So I don't know about the snow. Maybe if we get more snow, but we kind of had snow and now it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Food fest? Hell yeah, dude. Holidays is for food. We'll do the xenomorph thing. Been cold in Australia? Is even, oh yeah, because you guys are supposed to have your summer now, right? Yeah. Everything's wacko and backwards. Legendary. Legendary, bro. I don't know about that, but thank you. The Italian guy from Instagram. Well, hello. See, if you want to be the Italian guy from Instagram, you're gonna have to compete with the other Italian guys from Instagram. Unless you're the only guy that's Italian on Instagram. It's kind of a lot of competition, I think, to like claim that you're the Italian Instagram guy. What did Monty put on his Christmas list? Another freaking toy, because he keeps... I get him the Kong ones so that he doesn't destroy them, but I swear this boy, he just loves de-stuffing everything. It's very, very dog, very normal, but... My wallet! Now that he doesn't have, like, as much tongue function as he used to, because he had an operation, now he only has, he has, like, a third of his tongue missing. He can eat and drink just fine, all of that, but he can't, like, he doesn't have as much dexterity, so we used to give him, like, cardboard tubes, to kind of mess around with and have fun, and, like, shred. He loved those. Can't do that now because he can't maneuver the cardboard pieces out of his mouth and he ends up like freaking out. So we gotta new things must always be happening here. Okay, I don't know if I like that. This looks like dopey. I'm gonna... There we go. This is better. Hey, let's make it an eyeball. Instead of whatever this is. Yeah, serves Monty, that's for sure. He's worth it, though. Hot chocolate? Dude, I love hot chocolate. I love it even more when it has caffeine in it. I love me some mocha. Hell yeah, man. At what point is it a problem that you need so much caffeine? Jasper and Santa, I don't think. No, Monty would not be. Monty would probably freeze, if I'm being honest. He has like the freeze response. He's not like He doesn't snap at people, which I'm thankful for, but I also don't want to see him that stressed, so I don't put him in those situations. Like, he'd go whale-eyed and limp. He wouldn't be very happy. Oh dang, we got Nightbot in here doing the plugs. Nightbot's in here doing some advertising now. Get your ZBrush. Hot and fresh, get your ZBrush. Get your ZBrush tutorials. Hot and fresh. Let's go, Mocha. Yeah, dude. It slaps, doesn't it? Mocha freaking slaps. Oh yeah, also, for people who follow my own Twitch, look, you get, look at the emote that you get now. Hee I got it uploaded, baby. Let's go. Enjoy. Got the emotes going. What do you say? Do we do arms or do we do arm tentacles? I think, oops. I think arm tentacles. Tenta arms. That's what I think. I think that's what we gotta do here. Ahoy, Gordog! What's up, dude? Ahoy! How goes? Hey Marco! Good to see you, dude. How's it going? How we doing? We're just vibing. We're vibing. Hardcore chillin'. No rush. Just vibes. Also, if you guys don't know who Marco is, this dude's a blitz. He can sculpt at the speed of light. And check out his work. He does a lot of like time lapses and stuff. It's really cool. I don't know if like if they have their moderation settings or whatever on Twitch now, but you can drop your links. If it'll let you. If it doesn't, then it'll just say but drop your link anyway. Pregnant. No, kidding. don't always recognize everybody that comes in the chat, but when I do recognize the name and I catch it, you're gonna get a shout out. That's just what it is, man. That's what it is. But yeah, if you want to share your links, just go for it. You're lucky maybe one person will click on it. It's really nothing. What tab am I using? I'm not using a tablet. Oh, wait. When I heard tablet, I literally thought like Galaxy Tab or some kind of like iPad or something. Oh man. No, I know what you're talking about is I'm using a Wacom Cintiq. Okay, sorry. My bad. Apologies. Locking in. I'm using a Cintiq. It's a 21 HD. It's old, but it works. It's only 1080p. So anytime that I gotta check my my colors, I gotta check my line work, all of that kind of stuff on my second monitor. It's like I can't do it on my Cintiq because it's not high res enough. Thank you, Gore. I appreciate it. Hopefully folks click you too. Click it, man. Click away. Click, click, click. Kind of cute. He's kind of cute, isn't he? He got some cuteness to him. Yo, should we do like a bunch of like tentacles and stuff at the ground too? Yeah, let's just make our life really freaking hard. Let's just really put the pain in the ZBrush. You know? Let's just make it difficult for ourselves. Just put tentacles everywhere. Why not? Oh man. Just put like an IMM leg. Why not? Then you'd be easier. No, we're gonna put like tentacles everywhere. Look at this ring, man. You're looking stupid. You're looking a little dumb. We'll wrap these tentacles all over the place. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. It would actually probably be more efficient if I just make the tentacle first, right? Make the tentacle first, and then I just wrap it around everywhere and duplicate them. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because this is stupid. Okay, let's do that. Woo, tentacle. The hoof finger you did a while. Yeah. So kind of like I'm thinking of like a stalk of tentacles that go down, kind of like if you think about Squidward from SpongeBob, the way that he like stands, all the tentacles go down and go to the side. That's sort of what I'm thinking about, but make it like gross. Okay, let's do... Doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna push it around everywhere. Doesn't have to be perfect. Blue. Blue. Bluebees. Okay. And this guy. Do that as well. First can come down like this. Just to block her out. Bend curve that boy. Heck yeah. Alright, get rid of that. Delete. Bye bye. There we go. Too tidy and clean. Thought I was different. Yeah, sometimes we're on that like super messy grind, and then sometimes it's just like the animation industry kicks in. the work experience kicks in, and I'm like, clean shapes. Depends on the mood. Depends on what I've been working on too. But typically, yeah, we're a lot crunchier than this usually. But I've been working on emotes for my channel for a little while now. And that's got me thinking in like super simple forms. I don't know. I'll probably edit all of these anyways. I don't know if I want to do tentacle legs like this. Yeah, I keep forgetting I can twist these around. Have some fun with some twisties. Let's see. Can I just like duplicate this? Hey Flop, how's it going? How you doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we need more legs. Okay, now all these guys. Grab all thems. All of it. No, not those ones. Just these. Oh yes. Yeah, Pixelogic is no longer Pixelogic. We are now officially max on ZBrush everywhere. Everywhere. Don't dead name the channel. It's gone. You need rest, then go sleep. You don't need to be here. It's okay. You can sleep. You can watch the VOD. We're not even going crazy with this one. Wait, I should probably make him festive, right? Because it's like festive time, right? Like we probably should, right? Hey Dan, what's good? It's going, it's going, it's going. It's going. It surely starts crazy, but we know how it ends. I mean, yeah, we usually, yeah, I mean, sometimes though we get like really like nasty with it. We are not nasty today. Here's this. I want to turn that off. Be hidden. I literally have not had contract work in a little bit now, so I've been on break for a little while now because I am a freelance artist and work is kind of meh. So you know, involuntary break. It's usually pretty dead around this time of year, though. Everybody's like, everybody in studios are getting ready for their holidays. Holidays. Have I watched Stranger Things? Yeah, I saw whatever was released like a few weeks ago. That's what I ended up seeing. I don't know if they released more or if that's like coming later. Demogorg, no. I guess like the one that I did the last stream was sort of in that vein. I want some fins. Do I want some fins? That's the question. These ones can have... Oops, sorry for freaking out the, just kind of like going around all over the place right now. Sorry about that. Half Demogorgon, okay, Demogorgon, okay, Demodog, whatever. Oh my god. Yeah, the last one that I did, like the last stream that I did here, I think was a little like that. A little bit more eccentric, but it was kind of in that vein. What function do I use to make the fin on the back? This was really just like you mask. Like you just do a whoosh, and then you do a whoosh. Not very difficult. So mask, and then you just snake hook and pull. I think for everything, you could basically do a whole sculpt with just snake hook and pulling things. In my opinion. In my humble opinion. How do I change my brushes so quickly? Oh, that's easy. That's a hotkey. You can make anything a hotkey if you go Control Alt and then like click on something. So like if I go B and I wanted like IMM parts to be a hotkey, Control Shift and then or Control Alt and then click on it. You see at the top, at the very top of the screen, how that pops up. Like you look right here. Control Alt and then click on what you want to change your hotkey to, and it will give you instructions right there. And so it'll tell you to either press Escape to cancel or to press the key right now that you want to have as a hotkey. So that's how I just change all of my brush hotkeys. So they're all on my keyboard 1 through 0. And if you are happy with the hotkeys that you set, remember to go into Preferences, go to Hotkeys, and say Store. So every single time you load up your ZBrush, you can get what hotkeys you already saved. Or if you want the default, like the vanilla ZBrush for whatever reason with no hotkeys, then just save it as a separate file and you can load it every time. And you can load different hotkeys as well. Yeah. The creature and character artist, what would you say your top 5 brushes? Snake Hook. No, my top 5 brushes, I use Clay Buildup, Damien Standard, H Polish, Snake Hook, and Inflate as my top, like my 1 through 5 keys. And then additional is like the Pinch brush, Mac Cut, Mech A, the Slash 2 brush, and I've got the Geosoft form, and sometimes standard depending on what I do. Curve tubes, Curve Alpha. Actually, Curve Alpha I don't really use that much anymore. I actually just use extrude profile. I gotta remove that. And Z Modeler and move topological. That's my personal toolbox. Snake Hook is dope because it doesn't actually give you a stopping point. So when you start moving something around, you just can like move as freely as you want. So if you were to use like the move brush, for example, where are we at? Right here. So if you use the move brush, it kind of has like a stopping point, right? Like you can only move up until a certain point, and that's it. Like you can, and it's very much a linear fall off, whereas Snake Hook has an exponential fall off and has an infinite move as well. So you can kind of keep going. This has AccuCurve on right now, which is really nice, but if you don't want AccuCurve on, you can still kind of like just completely mess it up and just like move it as much as you want, without any stopping, really. So if you're more of like a gestural person and you like to move things around without any limitations, then Snake Hook is great. Move brush is very like very like particular. Let's see here. We can probably have some fun here. Oh, goodness. Hate when I click random things. Do I want to do this? I'll take that whole thing and make it its own. It's the tool. close that. Neato. Start using ZBrush, and you're trying to get good anatomy and making creatures, and you're kind of stuck on the anatomy part. It's kind of hard to find it's kind of hard to find videos that talk about it, have any tips. So okay, so if you're stuck on anatomy, have you heard about the book or the PDF, Anatomy for Sculptors? That one is really, really easy to understand, and it breaks everything down into like super like bite-sized primitive shapes and things of that nature, so you can understand like how anatomy works, because it is a very like multi-layered ongoing subject that just you kind of have to always be working at it. You never stop getting anatomy knowledge, right? So in terms of like videos though, there's a couple of people, but I'd have to like look right now. There's a couple of people. I mean, there's Ryan Kingsling on Instagram, is very good at like making little bite-sized videos as well, just little tips and stuff. Who else do I won't be able to like get everybody off the top of my head right now. I'm not very good at that. Scott Eaton is a good resource. Wait, I have to double check that one though, because I don't want to. Yeah, he's got like a lot of anatomy stuff. Craig, who is it? Anyways, there's like a couple of things, but I would say start with Anatomy for Sculptors for sure. Anatomy for Sculptors, yeah. It's a really, really good starting point for not just like 3D artists, but just like artists in general to jump into anatomy, because it kind of like gets rid of like all of the noise of like muscle groups, you know, right out the gate, memorization of like every tiny little piece, and it gives you like the bigger picture. And then once you've got the bigger picture, you can start working on it from there, like building your from the foundation up, right? So, you know, you start understanding the proportions and how the big muscle groups interlock with each other. Then you can start getting into the nitty gritty afterwards, right? Like, okay, well, you have the big shape that makes up where the bicep and tricep region is. Now, what's everything look like in between, and how do those muscles actually connect to each other, like down in the forearm region, right? And then you can start actually getting and doing passes of knowledge, I guess you can say. So once you get like your block in, you have an understanding of how all of the proportions should work, and all of your bigger groups function together, then you can start breaking that down and kind of layering on top. And then you start working in pose and understanding how muscles work in pose. That gives you a whole other world of understanding of these muscles as well, because it's one thing to sculpt muscles when they're, you know, in T pose or A pose, but the second that you put them in any kind of a position, their functionality in your brain just goes, woo, wow, that's different. Why is it doing that? It should it should look like an inflated chicken breast. Why does it look like a stretched like loin? But yeah, things change, and that's why it's also good to do life drawing as well. So go back and forth between these kinds of things. Maybe if you don't do life drawing, then like life sculpt sketching. Essentially just like find, you know, poses of people, essentially a body that is in some kind of a pose, and then you do a gesture from it. Starting a project with a couple of people and you thought it would be good at the computer, but it's way different than real life sculpting. It can be, yeah. Like, I mean, it's not tactile like real life sculpting. I've also done real sculpture as well. There is like there's pros and cons to everything, right? Like if you're used to the tactile nature of like sculpting, there is something to get used to with the disconnect of just being at a computer in general. So coming from traditional to digital, there is like that slight disconnect that happens. But everything else after that, it's like you don't have constraints of like pulling things. Gravity isn't, you know, a problem for you anymore, right? So there's a couple of good things that come with it too. Pesky gravity, you know what I mean? Hey, Andre. Yeah, they changed the channel name on Twitch. Wait, what do we have here? Got approved. Anybody who's following me on my personal Twitch, you now, by the way, I just wanted to let you guys know, you've got a whole bunch more emotes. You got more emotes you can play with. There's more. There's funds. Heck yeah. Where can you show a single work and get some suggestions? Well, I'm not doing any like reviews right now on stream. Yeah, you just gotta keep going. Just keep going. You got this. I'm still learning anatomy. I'm never gonna stop learning anatomy. It's just different levels of knowledge. You just keep adding on, adding on. Not now. Okay, well, I don't usually do portfolio reviews or reviews on these channels, or on this channel. We're just like here to sculpt and answer questions. I think if Tomas starts streaming again, though, Tomas usually did reviews of people's work. Just every day, I'm learning every day. To say that I'm not would be silly. I mean, you shouldn't ever stop learning. Once you get into art, it's like a life pursuit of learning nonstop. Like, you're just gonna keep going. If you feel like you're not learning every day, then maybe you're not observing, because that's the difference, right? Like, even if you're not doing art, you should still be observing things around you and just passively analyzing things, and that in itself leads into your art. Reminds you of fairies from Hellboy. Oh, that's sick, actually. Didn't think about that. Hellboy is dope. Dope, dope, dope. Such a cool style. New update on Monster Hunter Wilds with a lot of improvement optimization wise, and also there's Winterfell. Okay, maybe, like, I still have so much stuff that I have to do, so I don't know. I also, like, started playing a little bit of the Diablo Paladin, because I was kind of waiting for that for a while, and I've been having fun with it, but I just don't have, like, tons of time. Oh, but Monster Hunter, I saw like the newest monster too. Oh my god, it looks so cool. So cool. It's so cool. It's so freaking cool, guys. What's it called, by the way? Like, it has its wings are like on the ground. Oh my god, almost kind of like I unintentionally sculpted that before they released it. They did a cooler job, though. So much cooler. Fell into the trap. No, I want to play the DLC, though. That's the thing. Like, I know it's a pre-order. I don't find it's a trap, though, because I was gonna play that anyways. I love Diablo. I love it so much. I've always loved Diablo. So it's not a trap for me. I mean, I love Diablo so much that the second Diablo 4 came out, I was like on that fan art. I was on that fan art like a fly to poop. Made that blood bishop immediately. Gogmasios, yes, that thing is so cool, dude. I was looking at like a couple of people just letting the animation idols run, and I was like, damn. Sick. What is a project I'd like to do for the future but haven't started it yet? Oh, dude, don't get me started talking about the things that I haven't started, because I've started so many things that I haven't finished yet. If I start talking about stuff that I'm excited about doing that I haven't started yet, I'm never gonna finish anything. One thing's for sure, I gotta finish the Hellfire Sculpting Club thing still. I'm so behind on that. Everybody's doing their reveals already, and I'm just like over here being a plebeian. I think these, dude, Traps are a little crazy, man. For these tiny arms, I don't know. You'd probably just like flail around. You don't need traps like that. We can calm that down just a wee. I'll grow white hairs. Wait for Bloodborne on PC. Always want to create something new, but hard to finish the ones I've already started. It's true. Too many ideas. Too many ideas, not enough time. Wall of text? Oh my goodness, okay. No, you're good. The hype train of D4 played it day one. You were kind of like a hate it phase. Loved D3 so much. And was really relatively disappointed with the content. Too much tape. Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand that. Totally understand that. Yeah, the stuff can be very expensive, and I'm not like, yeah, it's like whatever to like getting like the intense battle passes and stuff. Like, I also don't really do that. I just really like I just like the game in general. But yeah, I was a big D3 fan too. God, actually like the fact that they're bringing back the leaderboards and stuff is just like reactivating my carpal tunnel just by thinking about it, because in D3 my brother and we did duos and we were running the barbarian leaderboards. We were like, obviously you can't beat out some of the people who were botting, but before the botting got really bad, we were I think top 90 barbarian duos. Like we were at like 90 something plays. My carpal tunnel, bro. But that was really fun. It's kind of crazy that they're bringing back like the leaderboards and stuff for that too. You know? And then, I mean, I'm never gonna be up that at that anymore, especially because like, I mean, rocking that bull cathos was kind of something else back in the day. Now it's a barbarian. I don't know, man. I feel like barbarian always gets like not really a barbarian main anymore. Love me my sorcerer. It's tough being an artist and a gamer at the same time, you know? Like, pick a hobby. I don't have time for both. Yeah, yeah. The spin to win, drool at your keyboard build, yes. Have a job in gaming and art as a hobby. Bro, it's... I mean, I haven't had contract work for a little while now, though. But usually if I do have contract work, what ends up happening is I will be doing said contract work, and then I will not be doing my own art afterwards. I will literally just be playing games or, you know, existing and doing life things. But if I don't have contract work, then I'm usually doing my own work. And or doing life things. And then if I have time, I'll game. But gaming I usually do if I have like actual contract work. If that makes sense, like I think it's like part of how I avoid burnout. But then if I don't have any contract work at the at any given time, then I end up wanting to just like do so much of my own work. Like, you have no excuse. Do your work now. You know what I mean? So I actually game less when I don't have work. Other creators. I appreciate it, Andre. I appreciate it. Hey, Shelter. How's it going? Dealing with all these tentacles. You forgot what's you forgot how to play video games? You just don't play video games anymore. think this right here needs to be. As like time consuming as like doing tentacles and stuff like this is, it's also just really fun because I love me some curves. This one on the side, though. Push that in and under. In and under. Hmm. Any advice for beginners in ZBrush? Get your hands dirty with the program. What I mean by that is don't be afraid to mess things up. Don't pick a project that's super big or like a character or something that you're like really in love with to start. I would say when you get into ZBrush, if you've never ever touched it before, your best bet would be to just start messing around with brushes on a sphere and see what everything does. And don't be afraid to like just like totally mess it up. Crash the program if you need to. That's kind of how all part of like the learning process. In my opinion, like just getting your hands dirty, and then just kind of do a really simple thing after you've got your brushes, like you see what like the brushes do, then get in and get dirty with a simple project with those basic brushes. So your basic brushes that I'd say for a lot of people would be like the move brush, the standard brush, inflate, Damien standard. You can probably do a lot with those just to get started. And just familiarize yourself with the UI. Don't put pressure on yourself to get shit like, you know, excuse my language, but don't put your pressure on yourself to get stuff like perfect or like at a super high quality right off the gate, because the learning curve in ZBrush is like pretty steep in the sense that you're gonna be doing a lot of things that are not as good as what you will be doing within like even a week after learning. Like all the basics. Yeah, you'll sculpt better than me. You just gotta keep going. What's up, Swathart? How's it going? How you doing? What tablet do I recommend? I'm a fan of the Wacom series, but I know that can be kind of expensive for some people. So there are other alternatives as well. I haven't tried the alternatives. I'm just kind of a Wacom girly. Wacom, I don't know how you say it. But I prefer the Wacom ones. So if you are going with Wacom, personally, I'm using an older version of the Cintiqs, a 21 HD. Or 22 HD, I think. But it's only 1080p. There's also, so I still haven't like unboxed this one. I won this. Ow. I won this guy from the ZBrush Sculpt off ZBrush Summit this year, which was awesome. But I've got the medium here as well, which used to be my ride or die. So having this as well is kind of nice that I can switch between the Cintiq and then the Intuos Pro Medium. So that one is on the the table, which is really good ergonomically. But if you want to be more precise, a lot of the time people prefer screen tablets. But again, like there are alternatives as well. If you want to, you know, use Wacom, or Wacom or whatever. There's also There's Zen Slabs, there's XP Pen, there's Huion, like a lot of different alternatives. Getting sick? Bro. Bro. No. Stop that. Stop that. Don't get sick. Everybody's always getting sick on the holidays. Not me though. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to rub it in your face. I hope you feel better. I'm about to say something super unpopular. Super unpopular. But you know what? I haven't been sick in years. You wanna know why? Because I wear a mask. I wear a mask in heavily populated areas. I wear a mask, baby. And it's been working. I literally have not been sick. Just top tips if you want to avoid getting sick at the holidays. Put a mask on when you go grocery shopping and stuff. You're not trying to impress anybody anyways. I think that works. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't like them. I mean, a lot of the time, if you want to stay healthy, sometimes people do things that they don't like, right? It's kind of bugging me right here. I'll just let it be. I think actually instead it needs to kind of come out like that. Sorry, I'm very like particular about my cards. Subscribe. Okay. That would be really funny if people actually are like that butthurt about a mask that they want to unsubscribe because of that. That would be pretty funny, actually. Mask's so scary. What would you take to sculpt on a trip? Laptop, Intuos, or ZBrush on iPad? So I usually, if I'm going on a trip, I'm going on a trip, you know? Like, I'm not bringing that with me. But if I had to, probably my iPad. Whoosh, whoosh. Walks with a swoosh. Problem. I'll leave that alone right now, I guess. So, no, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hey, Scrumpty! How's it going? JoJo, I actually haven't watched it. I know all the memes though that come with it, but I've never actually gotten into it. JoJo pose. Can't get past the lack of shortcuts on the iPad if there's a solution for that. I mean, you can hook up like a keyboard. It's not exactly the same, but yeah, like if you wanted to like switch it to different brushes and stuff, the custom stuff is not there yet. It gets easier though. Yeah, what am I doing? It just needs to come out like that. That just feels a lot better. What was I doing? Silly. Just being a silly goose. Try to get some sculpting done. Nice. Well, we're just vibing right now, so you can vibe out here. Hang out and vibe out. Mini interference things, you always need to hit AccuCurve, topological, so yeah, it's very much like a manual thing. I feel that. But the thing is, like, if you're on the go, it's kind of yeah, I think when it comes to ZBrush, you might always have like a more efficient time on the computer, but regardless, the iPad version is quite nice as is, despite the lack of hotkeys. Did I get my copy of Frank's art book? No, I did not, but I've been sharing it around. Been sharing it. He is a very talented artist. Actually, just like, I'm happy that he was able to release something. Get that out of there. Get that out there, rather. It's not easy making an art book. It's really cool that he was able to get it out there. And the fact that he was able to like put together so many pieces, so many art pieces, that he was able to actually create a whole book. It's really impressive. Okay, let's go here. Back to the beginning. Guess I forgot to take this guy right here. Who's this one? I'm gonna delete that. Okay. See. Trying to just like separate these right now. Being a bit dumb. Could be fine. But still. Why that won't select? Let's try that again. does not want to be selected. We can just use that. That's fine. That's fine. Gave us a shout out in the introduction. Oh, you mean like the Hellfire Sculpting Club? It's nice. That's really good. Like honestly, like the whole club that him and John put together is like, it's great. I love it. It's fantastic. And yeah, it's like ridiculous amount of work. The guy's a workhorse. He pumps out like really sick looking stuff constantly. It's his passion, right? Like, I read his interview that he did. I can't remember with who, a little while ago. Yeah, it's very, very much his passion. Really like this material. I got it on ZBrush guides. The shiny porcelain. It's super, super nice for eye stuff, like stylized eye stuff. I know that's not what it's meant for, but don't care. Well, accidentally, I switched my, I loaded it on top of the wrong shader, but that's okay. No reference, no reference, we're just sketching. We're just sketching, having a good time. Having a great time. Thanks, Swather, I appreciate it. emotes. Yay. Eyeball. Ugh, eyeball. Hey, if this ever happens to you, because you're a freak like me and you like breaking things, if you ever get Swiss cheese mesh, you know, if it ever decides to go Thanos snap on you like this, all you gotta do, undo, come down into geometry, mesh integrity, fix mesh. Done. Now you can re-dynamesh. Good stuff. Now you know. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. AM, you should sleep, dude. In Iran, you should definitely sleep. 4 AM is ridiculous. 4 AM is too late. I say as I was up at 4 AM last night too. It's too late. You must sleep. Sleepy time. Is it yo, Jeremy, yo? Is it better to draw for concept art or sculpt? Depends. It depends on you. Depends on the production, what they want, or if it's for your own personal stuff. There is no right or wrong. So if you prefer just sculpting, then just sculpt. If you want to sketch something first, then do that. Both have their pros and cons, right? Good night or good morning. Why not both? Why not both? I'm actually gonna take like a really quick break here though. Just gonna save this guy. This dude. You here. I guess like this. That'll be fine, right? And I'll put the BRB up. All right, I will be back in just a few minutes. I've gotta go to the bathroom and give Monty his dinner, and then I'll be back to continue sculpting for another 2 hours. So just give me 3 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay? Alright, I am back. The Monters is taking a little break too, and then he'll come back and we'll say hi with the boy. Do I usually work overtime? Do you mean like on the stream? I usually go for the 4 hours and then that's it on this stream. If you mean like professionally, I'm a freelance artist, so anytime I'm working is overtime. Everything that I do is overtime. Freelance artist, free time? When you have work, that's all you're doing. There's no work-life balance with freelance. I kid, there is some, but a lot of the time you end up just spending time management when you are freelance is a lot different because like there is no real separation between your workspace and your home space. So there's a lot of like, you know, just it kind of just never stops. Freelancer magic. Always working, never working. No vacation, no sick leave, no bank holidays, just blur. Yep. Yep. How do you balance work and life? Well, if you're at a studio, it's a little bit easier, I find, because then you have a set number of hours that you're working. If you're freelance, though, you just need to be on the ball with making sure that you stick to some sort of like a regimen. What has worked for me is actually taking more frequent breaks and working in smaller stints. I'm usually a lot more efficient that way, with being able to see what exactly is wrong with what I'm sculpting, what I need to fix, etc. So if I sit for 8 hours straight working on something, my eyes kind of like blur everything together. But if I work for 2 hours, get up, do something completely different for an hour, and then come back and do another 2 hours and kind of like juggle like that, I end up getting way more done, way faster. So that's usually how I balance it. If I want to make sure that I can get things done in a timely manner and I'm not spending like all night on something or all week and just like droning along. But, you know, easier said than done, because sometimes you get really into what you're doing, you get like engrossed in it, and you step away, and then you come back after like 5 hours of working for like 10 straight, and you're like, bro, why did I, like, what was the purpose of that? So having frequent breaks and shorter work sessions usually works better. Hello, Bubs. You want to say hi? Oh, yes, you do. Okay. Okay. I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up. Wet boy. He is the Monties. He's kind of wet, though. He's kind of wet. You're a little wet. Is that because it's raining outside? He's a good boy. Oh, you're wet. You're moist. No, you don't get that. That's mine. That's mine. That's not your stuffed toy. You get to destroy your own toys. You get to destroy other toys. Oh my god, you have food all over your nose too? Bro, what is up with you? Nasty boy. You nasty. You nasty. You nasty. You nasty. He's a good boy though. But I just got a little snail stuffy. My partner gave me this. It's a snail. And anytime I get a plushie, anytime I get a toy, Monty's like, that's mine, right? It belongs to me. Like, bro, I put it on my desk and he was jumping on my desk trying to get at it. It's like, dude, we buy you special ones that you like to destroy. They're supposed to be destruction proof, and he still chews right through them. They're like kind of like a more plastic nylon type material, almost like what's made out of like fire hose material. He's still able to get through it, man. And he's just like, he sees any plushie, he's just like, oh, I want to destroy it. It's for me. It's not your toy. It's mine. A loaf of bread. Is he trying to tell you he wants to visit France? Maybe. Maybe. Look at this guy. Look, Monty's also a loaf of bread, though. Monty's also a loaf of bread. He's a good boy. No escargot for you, though. None for you. None for you. I guess I've also got a frog as well. Very French cuisine. Okay. Good boy. Don't worry. Oh. Uses his little front teeth to pull on little threads he can destroy. Yeah, that's what he does too. He's learned how to use just like the front little pieces of his like the little tiny teeth at the front, and he just de-threads everything just slowly and meticulously. Like he's not like vicious or anything, like, you know, just like pulling and ripping. He literally like meticulously de-threads, just like you said with your lab, just de-threads everything. Oh. So I can't let him just like have it. I usually have to watch him, or at least like listen to hear what he's doing. Like if he's like, you know, shaking it around and running around and squeaking it, I'm like, yeah, that's good. He's playing with it. The second it goes quiet and I don't hear pitter patters anymore, I'm like, all right, we're taking that away from you. Like a little, yeah, he's like a little toddler. He's a good boy though. It's funny too, because I can always tell like when he's trying really hard to control, because he's got a really good stay. Like if I tell him to stay somewhere, he's actually got a very impressive stay. But like if he's really excited about something, you'll hear about it, you know? Like he'll stay, but he'll be like very vocal about it. He'll be like whining out of excitement, but he'll do his best to stay. He's so like he tries so hard, but his emotions are so big. Wait, that's right. I was gonna make this guy festive, right? I was gonna make him festive. Whoops. Let me just... Let me just make him festive here. Yeah. Oh, where are we at? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can't even see what he's... Let's lower the segments. Let's lower the twist. More coverage. Chunkier. Less gravity. Less gravity. Hell yeah, there we go. There we go. Less length. Let's go. What does it even look like? Hey! What the hell? I'm gonna lower the number of these. Wait, maybe... Whoa. Perfect. Awesome. I'm gonna save that and then put it on this thing as well. Heck yeah! Let's go. Yeah, sure. Here, same thing. Yes. Yay. Yeah, Santa hat. Heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Put it right on his. There we go. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas. Perfect, isn't it? We got selecting the fiber mesh can sometimes be really frustrating. Heck yeah. Ho ho ho. This is Santa Claus. This is who is delivering all of your presents, by the way. Alright, see you, Swathart. Have a good night. Santa without his magical glamour. He sees you when you're he sees you when you're sleeping and at other times. He sees. He sees you. Have a good night, Shelter. I'm gonna like make this the mouth, but it's underneath here, so you can't really see it. Look at how cute he is. Good. Hey, Guru. How's it going? Hey, you're late? Nah, no worries. We're really chill today. We're like, I'm barely talking. I'm just kind of like going. No worries, comics. How are you doing, by the way? Oops. Nice feathers. Dude, I'm not even sure, like, if they're feathers. They're just kind of like nice decorative things, you know? Figure out. I guess maybe it is feathers. Maybe it is feathers. My god, every time Nightbot does the advertising thing now, I think somebody's talking. I look up, I'm like, damn, it's Nightbot. Get your ZBrush hot and fresh. I'll get used to it. Like for Kodakia comics. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh. Sincerely apologize, dude. I always forget to do these things. It's such a simple thing too. Like, just read about it. Just go and look at what, like, what is it? It's 89% of the reason why you own a 3D printer. I mean, that's actually really cool. That's awesome. I'm honestly not sure. Like, I'm still on the fence about that, about getting a 3D printer myself just because of space. Sometimes I'm like super sold on it. I'm like, yep, I don't care. I'm just jumping on it. I don't care. And then I wake up the next day, I'm like, but like, it'd be really annoying in this space. Oh. 3D prints from wanted suggestions for one for his daughter. You told him a bamboo lab. Yeah, they look like a good. They look like good printers. I had my eyes on the bamboo as well. Too much of a curve. Yeah. Make that convex. Bamboozled. There's the dad jokes. There they are. Ha ha ha. 15-day money back guarantee. Look at that. Look at that. Now that's a deal. Nice noodle. Thank you. Thank you. I'm noodling with the noodle eggs right now. I'm trying to fight going into like a trance zen state so bad. Like this kind of stuff I just literally like trance out and then I just like forget what's going on around me. But I'm streaming. We gotta talk. We must be entertaining. I cannot only push points. My clean edges. My clean edges. Hey, by the way, comics, you have new emotes. Oh hell yeah! I think my other emotes got approved now too. I think we've got wait, do we have all of them? Do we have all of them now? We got this one. Check it out. Hell yeah! Those are the free ones. Wait, where? Hold on, let me just see. Did anything? I gotta check. What do we got here? Okay, we just got... Oh, yep. Brain Monty was approved. I think Eyeball was approved. I think we got them approved. Hell yeah. Hey Maddie, how's it going? Wait, let me check. Do a refresh here. That was fast emote approval. Dude, yeah, we got all the emotes. Let's go. Hell yeah. I worked hard on those emotes, man. I had so much, dude, it was actually so much fun, but it was also one of those things where like the too much gene was kicking in. So even though I had them essentially done like a week ago, I kept looking at them and I was like, it's not good enough. For something that I've never done before, by the way. It's the curse. Just cursed. I think that just needs to be pushed in. I don't think it needs to be out. I think it needs to be pushed in. It's better that way. There we go. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna get these legs looking all sultry. Get them flappy bits over top of each other. Just yum yum yum. Liquid legs. I love sculpting overlapping flesh parts. Very particular about my curves, I know. I'm sorry. It's I don't know if maybe it's just Maybe a little bit of debilitating perfectionism. Yeah, it is. It's really hard. It's completely different from what I normally do, right? The emote stuff, but we did it. I did it. I did it. You just have to like really think down to the essence of what something is, which it's like, all right, that's kind of what I do for animation work anyways, like in terms of simplification and stylization. But now we're just doing it for emotes. I mean, why wouldn't I be able to do this? I just need to kind of channel that same thought process. But it was hard. Like, emote artists, they know what they're doing. Me, kind of had to just wing it, figure it out. I want this. I want this. Ooh. Okay. That feels better. Oh, look at that. Isn't it satisfying when you get the curve just so? That's my favorite thing ever. You're gonna model Santa? Do it up, dude. I am not sculpting Santa. But you can sculpt Santa. You sculpt Santa. Sculpt the crap out of Santa. Just super Santa sculpt. Have the most fun with that. This is as festive as I will be getting, is putting a Santa hat on my creature. I'm currently sculpting the real version of Santa. Yeah, the biblically accurate version of Santa. Oops, to grab that. Santa's got curves though. Damn. Damn, girl. Cartoon style Santa? Hell yeah. Well, I hope you have fun with it. You want pain? You want to be in pain? Sculpt in pose tentacles. Impose tentacle sculpting. Have I modeled a Santa in the past? Yeah, I've done, it's not released. It was like for a, like not greenlit project, but just like a pre-production, like a pitch package. I was sculpting a Santa who wielded, AK-47s and Uzis and had grenades and stuff, and that was interesting. That was an interesting Santa to sculpt. That was a very interesting sculpture character that I did, but I will never be able to show you because it never got approved. There's a lot of weird stuff that I've done that I will never be able to show you. But I did it. I got real money dollars for that too, which was super cool. Oh, brand. It was something. It was certainly something. I actually liked the way it looked too in the end. So it's kind of a shame nothing happened. Like I like the style. But it was probably gonna be like super vulgar cartoon type thing. Sitting right there. Come here. Sit right under there. Do I do sculpting for money or do I enjoy doing that? You don't model for money. Well, yes, I am a professional artist. Professional meaning I get money. I haven't been getting money for a little bit. No contract work. Would be open to contract work, but don't have any contract work. But normally I'm making money. Actually pretty excited. I'm gonna be taking, so again with the ZBrush Summit, they a bunch of people got prizes for things that they won, including me in my third place. Got a online Gnomon course, not like their workshops, but like a whole course, a 10-week course. So I'm taking like an actual intensive Unreal for virtual production course. I'm gonna try that in January. Expand the knowledge, you know? Expand our horizons. UE5 Museum of Horror. See, like, wouldn't that be kind of cool though? And when I say virtual production too, it's like, it's not just VR. It's like anything that Unreal is being used for film and TV and stuff like that. Because even in even in like, you know, animation for kids and stuff, I've been asked a few times, like, do you know extensive Unreal stuff? Like, we need an Unreal generalist for this kids cartoon and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, okay, everything's turning to real time for that kind of stuff, like, which makes total sense because they only have so much time to do everything. The faster they can get stuff done, real time is just like super quick. You know, you don't have to render anything, so I'm just gonna brush up on that. But even like visualization, like early like concept work and everything like that for film, it's all, almost all of it is like real time now too. Just like a lot of real time stuff. So if you don't know real time workflows, I think it would be a good idea to get on that. Rendering in Blender is so fast. Yeah, Cycles has gotten really, really good. Eevee is great too. And Cinema 4D, which is Maxon's, has Octane, but this is not what I mean by like real time, right? Octane's really nice in terms of like contrast. You can get some really nice contrast with Octane. Mario Substance? Yeah, Substance is really good. I'm not a Mario user, no. many years you wasted? Oh no, it's not a waste at all. 10 years learning modeling, rigging, unwrapping, animation, but you're not perfect in anything. Well, what do you enjoy? Right? Like, I thoroughly enjoy sculpting, so it's not a waste to me at all. I didn't waste any time. I enjoy it. Enjoying something shouldn't be considered a waste. Ever. So if you don't enjoy it, maybe you need to do something else. Well, so yeah, like what Flop said, like you can't be like perfect at it, especially at art. Like there's no such thing as perfect. Like there might be like what's in your head about what you want to achieve as being, you know, the ultimate goal. I mean, I struggle with that of things just not being good enough for my tastes. So I end up pushing and pushing and pushing, and you know that's, you know, viewed as technically a good quality, but it really hurts you in the long run. You have to kind of embody like finished, not perfect. But if you thoroughly enjoy what you're doing, there shouldn't be like this feeling of wasted time, you know? Earning money is important, but if, you know, if it's getting in the way of like if you're unable to make money right now off of this, then you need to be looking out for yourself and doing something different in the meantime. Like you have to, at the end of the day, like just like get your bills paid, right? You can't, I don't know. It's tricky. But really, like, my point is that this shouldn't feel like a waste. Doing art, I mean. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Maddie. That's what I'm saying. But you gotta get your bills paid too, right? So... mean, just because a client wants a change doesn't make them disgusting. Maybe that's also part of the reason why things are not good for you. Maybe, like, you need to change your attitude towards it. Like, yeah, nobody wants to do changes, but they're paying you. That's kind of the whole point. Before you start anything with any client, you should have in writing your stipulations, like how many revisions you are going to allow before it becomes like, you know, like, oh yeah, you probably need to pay a little bit more for this. And there's, like, you know, give and take too. As long as, like, there's good communication between you and your client, there shouldn't be any problems. Like, and you have everything written down. Like, don't do work without a contract. Took the exhibition stall model of yours and you're not giving you any money, so how to trust that type? Well, you should. Okay, so yeah, if you're doing any kind of contract work, like I just said, you have to do it with paper, like get a paper trail. A popular thing to do, sometimes some people just don't want to do this, which would, in my opinion, is a red flag, but sometimes it might be a good idea to say, for smaller clients, half up front, half when you deliver, and you only get the project file after the final payment has gone through. So half up front is the deposit, and then when you actually finish the work, before you send it over, they have to send you the second half, and then they get the final model. So that's a protection, right? If they aren't okay with that, ask yourself why. Why aren't you okay with that? Are you considering pulling out the money anyways and not paying, right? So sometimes people just might not have the money up front. That's understandable, but you have to have that communication with your client. And usually there is, like, I've not run into people that don't understand that, right? Like, I don't think that that is a crazy ask, is to ask for a deposit and then the final thing afterwards. That has been totally fine with everybody that I've worked with, that not studio. I mean, like with studio, there's like a whole other thing that I do, but like individuals, that just is kind of a standard process. Unless it's like a really small sum. Like I'm talking like, you know, when it comes to giving off sculptures, then we're talking a couple $100 at least. But when it comes to like, if you're doing like tiny little, you know, avatar commissions or something like that, and you're only charging like $50, $20 a pop, like then the half up front, half delivered doesn't really mean as much. But I would still do the like, okay, well, I'm gonna do the work, and then before you get the project file, I send a watermarked, you could send like a small version, a small, like not full version, not the project file, but like just like a preview. Do you like that? Yes, no? Okay, you like it, then payment, and then you can have the entire project file and all of that, right? So just, you have to work out what works for you and make sure that you have protections, but that also respects the client, because it's ultimately going to be theirs. Like, you're giving them something, so you have to give them respect too. Hey King, that's crazy. Since 2020, hell yeah, we've been going. I'm glad that you can find something from this, like, inspiring. That's great. That's good to hear. If you hire somebody to paint your house white, they paint it green because your personal taste, you'd be mad. So you approach clients like that. Exactly. They pay you to make what they want, not what I want. Exactly. At the end of the day, you're being commissioned by them, or you're being hired by them, depending on, you know, small client, big client, doesn't matter. That's still like, unless they are specifically coming to you asking for your like consultation and your ultimate like opinion, like give your input on this, whatever they give you, that should be what you're aiming for. And if they don't like something, you can talk to them, right, and like voice your concerns politely, but at the end of the day, it is what they want, so you have to be polite and actually like give them what they want. Like, the respect goes two ways, right? Like, you can't be a dick to your clients, like, even if you disagree with what their vision is. All right, let's see. What do I want to do here? And keep finagling these guys. I could also just like up-res this. Should probably do that. Hey, Matteo, how's it going? Or Matteo, sorry, my bad. Matteo. Sorry about that. Matteo, what's up? How are you doing? The arms and shoulders connect, kind of your weakness with anatomy. Got any tips for that? Okay, so the arms and shoulder, you mean like right here? Or do you mean in the back? Because right here, what you can think of is the collarbone, right? This guy will always connect to a box. There's a box that appears right here that connects the scapula as well. So back here you would have your scapula, and everything kind of connects to this little box. It's like the Lego piece, right? So you've got this scapula or the collarbone, right, coming back and through here, and it will curve right into this box, and then all of the delt muscles will come out of said box. So you'll have 1 and 2 like that, and that's how they attach. They go to the box. Just remember the box. Everything attaches to the box. So delt head, frontal delt head, medial delt head, and the back delt head, posterior delt head, right? They all come through onto the box. The difference is this back one goes up more and into the back. The medium one goes straight, and then this front one will connect like closer to where the collarbone is, like up through over the pec, right? Over top of the pec. So if you want reference, I don't know if you've got like skinny enough arms, but if you raise your arm up in the mirror, you can feel with your hand the box. You can actually feel that box right here. So when you raise up, you'll be able to feel where those delt heads, right where that box, you can probably like if you do that, you'll understand what I'm saying, like tactile, you'll feel the box. So that's like a big bony landmark. It makes it easier to connect everything. And so another thing that you want to remember when sculpting like the delt area is you will see the bones underneath. If you got Slenderman arms, then you'll be able to see this definition as well. Keep your arms straight. It's usually not just a curve that comes down the delts. Usually what ends up happening is if you got those scrawny arms like me, your bone that connects to here, which this one's a little bit low, I'd have to raise it up a little bit more, but the bone, the head of that bone is going to show through the muscle on top. Like the muscle just doesn't, unless it's flexed, it doesn't have that roundness. When it's relaxed, the delt head will have some volume, and then it will come down and wrap over top of that bone. So you'll actually get the 2 bumps that happen, unless like you're hella built, right? Like if you're like huffing that creatine, okay, and like just, I don't know, like an anabolics enjoyer or something, and lifting like 200 pounds on your delt. I don't know what you're doing to get crazy delts, like boulder shoulders, but if you got that, then you probably won't see the bone underneath. But for other people, like, you know, if you're not like super built, usually you'll see the bone. Even if you've got like some weight on you as well, usually the fat doesn't collect up here too, so you'll see the bone. At least like the suggestion that there's a bone underneath. Because the bone, like, again, like this needs to come up more. Needs to come up more. But the bone head, right? It's right here, and then it goes straight down, right? So that's where the top of the bone is. Never forget the bones, right? Don't forget the bones, and don't forget the box. Dark Souls. Always Dark Souls. I don't think it has like a Dark Souls vibe though. I think some of the other stuff that I've done has more of like a Dark Souls vibe. This one is a little less on that spectrum, I think. Remnant, yeah, I played the first one. I didn't play the second one. All right, good night, Flop. Thanks for dropping by. Have a great sleep. You know what I just realized, which I think is like a big ups, a big congrats to us for getting there. But when I first started streaming, I was so against doing like human anatomy on stream. Because I was so worried about like what other people would think about my ineptness. And that there'd be like tons of people just yelling at me that I'm doing it wrong. So I never did. Now I'm doing it a lot more. I think we've come a ways. We've come a ways. Is there a place or community to learn more about Python scripting? I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I'm not the person to ask that. I'm not aware of any of that. Sorry. Milestone moment. Yeah, I kind of just like realized it. Sometimes it just hits you. You're like, damn. Yo, we came from a place. Now we're here. Sick, bro. Time is crazy. Time's wild and stuff. Who would be a person to ask? Maybe, frig, man. I mean, if you know it, I don't really know many programmers per se in this area, but Python scripting. I mean, I don't know if you would ask ZBrush artists for that. Maybe people who are doing more like stuff in Maya and things might know a little bit. I don't know if there's like a community for like specifically learning that. If I ever have questions about things, like if I were doing Python scripting and I wanted to learn that, I would just be Googling like crazy. So I don't know how much help I can be. the documentation is not helping a lot. Yeah, I wish I could help you more. I'm really sorry. I don't do any Python scripting myself. Like maybe if like maybe when Paul Gabery or somebody like maybe Daisuke goes live, maybe one of them might be able to tell you. Like they might have a better idea, like the actual like ZBrush devs. I'm not a ZBrush dev, so I mean, ZBrush also has a Discord, though. Like, the ZBrush official Discord is a thing. So you could probably ask a little bit more about it in there. Seems like everybody is still stuck on Z scripting because of perpetual license on the Discord. Yeah, fair. Sorry, I don't use it personally, so. I'd say whatever, like, if you look up, because Python has been a thing for, like, ever in the Maya community, so people have, like, a lot of info on that. Like, if you're interested, just kind of, like, learn from what they were doing in what people do in Maya, and then you can probably transfer it knowledge-wise, right? Hey, League! Elephant in the room question. What is your workaround for the knife brush being broken? Is it still broken? They did release a patch recently. Did you update? Did you update? Because they released a patch. I was talking to them about the smooth brush. I had issues with that on my stream, and Paul and the team were just like super quick to respond to it. Like, it literally took them only a couple of days to release the patch for the smooth brush fix, and they are aware of, like, the knife stuff as well, so, I'm not sure if that was in the patch notes, too. But if you didn't update, there is an update that came out, I think, yesterday to fix a few of the problems. Yeah, let me know if it fixes your knife brush issue. I mean, I'm not a dev, so if you still have problems though, then just submit your tickets, but they're aware of stuff. I don't actually use the knife brush that much, no. No. Like, I know that they fixed it since, like, so it was like when it was implemented the first time, it had some like issues for me, like it would crash, and so then I never really integrated it into my workflow ever, even though I know that they fixed it. So it's like, I know it's just there, but I just don't really, yeah, I just don't really use it. I should save. Yeah, like, so when it comes to hard surface cleanup, like if I'm doing anything hard surface, knife brush is great, obviously, but I'm still totally fine with like, with just using H polish and clip curve, and then I just hide things. I find the knife brush or the knife curve, sorry, works best at lower resolutions. So like if something is like really high res, I find I get issues with that. So I just kind of haven't ever integrated it into my tool set, if that makes any sense. But I know it's very useful. All right, let's see here. Wow. The Christmas spirit. The Christmas angel. Just a cheerful Christmassy dude. Quick curve, then hide, delete, and extend the wanted geo, then redynamesh. If so, never. Yep, exactly. So, like, let's say right here, I wanted to clip this off. Here, I'll show you. It's just like. Actually, this will be a bad idea. Well, no, right here it'll probably do. So, clip curve, kind of just do that. And then you might have like a little piece right here that hangs off. That's why I clip curve, like it just because it kind of just like presses everything. It doesn't get rid of the geometry, it just presses it down. So you'll have like these like little hang-offs, and then I'll just go ahead and grab the lasso, hide that bit, delete hidden, and then close holes. And then I'll just polish up, usually with like a pinch on the side. And then that works just totally fine for hard surface stuff for me, if that helps. It's a few more steps, obviously, than knife curve, but because like I never brought it into my workflow because of like the past crashes and stuff, it's just, this is the way that I do things. It just kind of stuck. Yeah, I think like the knife brush, it's like a really good idea, and it will be great if they can get it working without, I don't know if maybe the patch got it like working really, really good. But there's always been like that older school method of cleaning up things. It's just like a few extra steps, you know? But regardless, just know that if you've ever got like gross geometry, you could always just delete hidden and close holes, you know? Like that's like kind of the great thing about ZBrush, is it's so forgiving for nasty geometry. That's why I'm working on this nasty geometry. Like it doesn't matter. You can fix it, you know? Like it's good. Yeah, ZBrush has so many of those too. Like there's so many little hidden things. Because it just has so many tools, right? Okay, I'm gonna hide the Santa hat. I need to figure out what I'm doing with this head. If I want to like bring it down or keep it going in. Probably keep it going in the middle. Kind of cute. His little mouth. See if Hey, Hugh, how are you? Hmm. We always pose them. I'll take it into it. Oh, big stretch. Ah. Yes, I do say, oh, big stretch to myself as I stretch. Having a dog be doing these kinds of things to you, you know? Alright. I think we don't have really a lot of time to do like poly painting or anything, so I think leaving it at this state is acceptable. I think we're good. Saberino. Okay, let me put this guy on the screen. Tentacles. There we go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's a fun little tentacle guy that we made today. If you aren't already following the ZBrush channel wherever you're watching, be it on YouTube or Twitch, you should, because I'm not the sole artist of this channel. There's a whole lot of different artists that stream here, as well as the ZBrush devs themselves. So if you're interested in a wide variety of talent, definitely follow Maxon wherever you're watching this right now. And I will be back on this channel probably in the new year. I don't think I'm going to be streaming here on Christmas or New Year's Eve, but next year I will be back, which means sometime early January. Or you can follow me at any of my socials here, where I announce when I'm going live on my own personal Twitch channel. I can get you the link to my own personal channel, right here, twitch.tv/a_cubed, and I'll probably go live tomorrow to try and get some stuff done on stream with a bunch of the projects that I have going, because on these streams typically what I do is I just sketch and have fun with whatever, and then on mine it's kind of like a grab bag. So I'll see you there, and I'll see you in this next one, and follow Maxon. And did I miss anything? Oh yes, ZBrush tutorials and learning ZBrush. Nightbot has been sharing that. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye everybody. I'll see you. Bye bye bye.